Hi everyone. I just turned 52 and I have been reflecting a lot on life, which I think a lot of us do around this age. We start to think about all the shoulda, woulda, couldas, and a lot of what I've been thinking about is the path that I took that led me here. I know it's exactly the path that I was supposed to take in order to be right where I am. I truly believe that we have to go through, all the sadness, all the heartache, all the hard times, the struggles, and then the joy and all of the things to lead us where we're supposed to be. Sometimes it doesn't make sense to us, but I truly believe that. But what I've been thinking back on, even though I don't have any regrets of how I got where I am, I wish I could go back and tell my younger self to just show up. Just show up. There's so many things that I feel like I missed out on because I was not showing up for myself. Meaning, most of my life I was morbidly obese, and that hindered me in many different areas of my life. Starting in grade school, thinking of ways to get out of gym class and thinking of ways not to shower in front of anybody, to high school, to sometimes eating alone or not going to different activities because I was afraid to show up. And then when I had my daughter, I think this is the part that I've been thinking about the most. I had my daughter when I was 23, and the most wonderful, beautiful thing that has ever happened to me. But part of my heart hurts to this day because I feel like I didn't show up for her. I wasn't showing up for me, so I didn't show up for her in many ways that I wish I would have. An example being swimming lessons. All the moms would get in the pool. I wouldn't get in the pool. Certain things at the park. I was too embarrassed to, go to the park with the other moms. When she was in school, I'll never forget, we were at I was watching her in a school play, and afterwards one of the little boys came up to her and said, "Boy, oh boy, your mommy sure is fat." And so that made me, even, protect myself even more, which me protecting myself meant that she was missing out on things. So that's just an example of different things I've been reflecting on. I just really want to go back and tell myself to show up, because at the end of the day, nobody cares, right? Oh my goodness. At 52 years old, when I look back now and think all the things that I missed out on and worried about because I thought about what other people think. Oh my goodness, it's so heartbreaking. The things that we don't do because we're worried about what other people think. So I just had my birthday, turning 52, and starting this YouTube channel was part of me vowing to myself that I'm going to start showing up. I did start showing up for myself when I met my husband. I met him about 7 years ago. We will be married 4 years in October. But he's the one I think that really changed me for the better. And he just the raw, authentic love and the way he's seen me for who I was made me blossom so much more. And I was in my, oh my gosh, so if I turned 52, oh, do the math. I was in my, later 40s, but I'm so thankful that it finally happened. I wish it would have happened years ago, but I know the best years of my life are yet to come. And so I am finally going to show up in the ways that I want to show up from here on out. And again, part of me doing that is getting comfortable being uncomfortable. And that is putting, myself out there on YouTube. I've had a YouTube channel for a very long time, and I have a lot of videos on YouTube but I've never actually put them out into the public. My first one was on my birthday a couple days ago, and it's an absolute wreck. If you've seen it, it's a mess. Kind of on purpose, because I thought that's a gift to myself. It was a spur of the moment thing. I was getting ready to go to work and, hair all up in a mess and all the things. And I thought, you know what, for my birthday, gift to myself, I don't have the correct lighting, I don't have the microphone, I don't have the background, I don't have all the things, but just put it out there. Nobody's probably gonna see it anyway. And if they do, maybe I'll inspire somebody. So I put that video on there, and same thing. I still don't have all of the things. I'm still learning so much. I just put my banner on YouTube today, so that's pretty cool. I'm still learning so much from all of you. I do have a light coming, and I do have a microphone coming, and I'm trying to build my own little space where I'll have a nice background. I'm at my work office right now. I'm gonna show up, and this is going to be really fun for me to look back on in a year and look at my growth and appreciate it and be proud of me for showing up, right? Do I wanna look back a year from now and think, why didn't you just start being uncomfortable and start the dang YouTube channel? Or do I want to, look back and, those videos are a mess and you have no views, which, I'm not expecting either. It'd be really cool if I did. It'd be really great if I got some subscribers out of it. None of that I'm expecting, but I'm just gonna look back and I'm gonna be so proud of myself. That's another thing that I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing more of. Sometimes we have to pat ourselves on the back, and I'm a Gen X, I was raised, to this day, I can't take a compliment. I don't think a lot of us can. If you're like, oh, I love your earrings. Oh gosh, thrift store probably. I love your shirt. Oh gosh, but did you see I have this hole in it? I mean, it's ridiculous. So that's a lot of reason why I don't pat my own self on the back. There's a lot of accomplishments that I've had in my life, and I don't even tell myself that I'm proud of me. But that's gonna change. I'm 52 years old, so that is changing. That was my promise and my vow to myself, is I'm gonna start showing up. I'm gonna start showing up for myself. And me showing up for myself is going to help me show up for others better. As part of my work as an early childhood coach, that I need to practice what I preach, right? I'm constantly telling my early educators to show up for themselves, to care for themselves, to love themselves, for the parallel process of them caring for our babies. And caring for our babies is going to create a better future. So, full circle, I'm gonna start taking better care of myself so I can take care of others. The whole parallel process. Such a beautiful thing and so powerful. So yes, I hope that when you follow me, if you follow me, my name is Stephanie, and I'm gonna start sharing my stories. I do have so many great things to share. At 52, we've been a lot of places, we've had a lot of experiences, and we're definitely much wiser. So I hope this, some of my videos reach some of the younger generation, so they hopefully don't waste as much time on silly things like I did. And I hope this reaches more people my age as well. So if they're sitting there, having a YouTube channel for 5 years and never posting one video, hopefully that'll change and they will just show up and just do it and get started. We all have to start somewhere, right? And I'm going to share a lot about my journey in my early childhood profession and all the great things that brings with it. And one of the great things that it brought for me is me writing children's books. I'm getting ready to publish my second children's book, so I'll be talking about my books as well, because it still feels weird to say I'm super proud about that. I had imposter syndrome for so long. People say, oh, the author Stephanie, or if I would go, to readings or different events and, Stephanie Swenson, the author. It's like, it felt icky and cringe to me. Why? That's so crazy. So, yes, 52 years old, from here on out, I'm going to start showing up. And I hope that I inspire some other people just to start showing up. We got to start someplace. And it's going to be really fun to look back on these years later and be really, really proud of ourselves. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.